Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor Ipshita Bansal from BPS Women's University, Sonipat, Haryana. Today we will be discussing about the module Importance of Harmonious Employee Relations of the paper Strategic Human Resource Management. After studying this module, the students will be able to understand the characteristics of harmonious employee relations, understand the causes of disharmony in the organization, gain insights on the importance of healthy employee relations, learn the ways to maintain harmonious relations with the employees, and gain insight on employee relations in the current context. This chapter or module will enlighten the participants about the characteristics of harmonious employee relations and what causes discord among the employees and the employers. Focusing on the importance of a healthy relationship between the primary stakeholders of the organization, that is the employees and the employers. This chapter will facilitate the participants with knowledge on how to maintain amicable relationships within the organization and to foster the growth of the company. Through this chapter, the participants will also learn about the relationship between employees and the management in the current context and will gain better insight as to how to deal with them. So, what are the characteristics of harmonious employee relations? The relationship between employees and employers has long been a subject of widespread debate and discussion in the business world. This employment relationship is a complex system in which social, economic, political, and environmental factors combine and affect an employee who exchanges mental and manual labor for rewards allocated by the employer. Many authors argue that conflict is inevitable in workplace. In nearly every organization, conflict occurs from time to time between the employees and the employers, and it is considered beneficial for the growth and prosperity of the organization. But a high level of conflict stifles growth and acts as a barrier to progress. Thus, conflict should be within containable limits. Employee-employer relationship should hinge on the spirit of cooperation, thereby emphasizing the need for adjustment and accommodation in the interest of growth and development of the organization. Healthy relations at workplace mainly rely on problem-solving attitude on part of both workers and the management. Such attitude can be supported by creating useful and powerful human resource management policies and implementing them effectively. Mostly, management should strive to create open channels of communication and instill confidence in workers to deal with problems with the aim of finding solutions. Maintaining smooth employee relations depends on the following characteristics. Maintaining smooth employee relations depend upon the following characteristics. The existence of strong employee unions, which is well organized and democratic to ensure equal bargaining power for protection of employees' interest relating to wages, benefits, job security, etc. Belief of both the management and the workers in the process of settlement of conflicts through negotiation and consultation and cultivating a spirit of collective bargaining. Sound human resource policies that are in alignment with business strategy and guide the decision making process in case of any employee relations problem. Creating systems and processes for employee engagement in the workplace. What are the causes of discord? There are many causes of discord which have led to poor industrial relations. One of the main reasons or sources of poor employee relation that result in labor unrest and decrease in productivity is inactivity on the part of both management and labor. Management is basically not concerned to ascertain the causes of inefficiency and unrest among the laborers and follow a laissez-faire policy until faced with strike and or a more serious form of unrest. Following are the causes of poor industrial relations. Both management and labor operate from their mental silos and do not consider each other's footing. Management consider the workers as a cost to be incurred rather than an asset to be nurtured. There is inhuman treatment of workers by the management like victimization, etc. There is dissatisfaction over the payment of wages to the workers. There are unhealthy working conditions and inadequate welfare facilities. Ignorance of the workers resulting in management taking undue advantage of their position, indisciplined strike on the part of workers, lack of human relation skills and negotiation skills on the part of supervisors and other managers to adequately manage the workers, desire on the part of the workers for higher benefits and the corresponding desire of the employers to give as little as possible, inappropriate introduction of technology and automation without providing the right climate, exploitation of workers with unduly heavy workloads, management skeptical of sharing profits with the employees, retrenchment, dismissals and lockouts on the part of management, rivalry among unions taking their toll on workers as well as management and affecting productivity, economic and political environment in the country such as demonetization, rising prices, strikes by others and general indiscipline affecting employees' attitude. The table shows disputes that occurred during 2011 and 12 and its effect on the productivity of the organization. Number of disputes in 2011 370 and 2012 447. Number of workers involved in thousands 735,000 and 1,308,000. Man days lost in thousands 14458 and in 2012 12876. Wages lost in crores 48.87 in 2011 and in 2012 165.81. Value of production loss 422.32 in 2011 and 468.97 in 2012. Although this data is slightly older, but this helps in understanding the trends that the causes of discord have been increasing. We can see that percentage distribution of disputes by causes is very high with respect to wages and allowances and indiscipline. Let's now discuss the importance of harmonious employee relations. Employee relations imply amicable relationship between employees and the employers. Good employee relations are a prerequisite for the success of an organization and also to carry out its day-to-day activities. The importance of having a harmonious relationship between the employees and the employers can be highlighted under the following subheads: to foster industrial peace, to promote industrial democracy, to benefit the workers, to benefit the management, to improve productivity, to remove misunderstanding, to reduce disputes and redress grievances, and to facilitate change. What is the importance of harmonious employee relations? Employee relations imply amicable relationship between the employees and the employers. Good employee relations are a prerequisite for the success of an organization and also to carry out its day-to-day activities. The importance of having harmonious relationship between the employees and the employers can be highlighted under the following subheads: to foster industrial peace. Healthy employee relations encourage the employees as well as the employers to discuss all sorts of matters concerning both the parties wholeheartedly. It prevents any misunderstanding that may have arisen and parties have taken decision unilaterally. It helps build an atmosphere of trust and reliability and thus brings peace to the organization. This kind of environment facilitates everyone in the organization to work towards common objectives and achieve the vision and mission of the organization. To promote industrial democracy. Democracy in the industry means to facilitate everyone, including the workers, to participate in the decision making of the organization. Providing democracy to the workers not only helps them to voice their opinion, but also consider themselves to be valuable part of the organization. These highly motivated workers in turn give their best performance and hence do their part in increasing productivity of the organization. This in turn brings about growth in the organization. To benefit the workers. Good employee relations benefit the workers in several ways. It helps them to build relationship with their employers and use their influence to bolster their demands. They can also protect themselves from unfair practices by the management and hence fight for their due rights. Due to a healthy relationship, management will no longer be able to exploit the workers by putting them in harsh working conditions with minimal wages. Instead, they will work towards the welfare of the employees since they will believe that the welfare of the organization lies in their workers' prosperity. Healthy employee relations also encourage loyalty among employees. To benefit the management. Harmonious employee relations will build an atmosphere of trust and confidence among the employees and the employers. The tension between these parties will be minimized and hence workers will resort to negotiation instead of opting for more violent means of strikes and gheraos. Thus, work in the organization is not adversely affected and hence the management will not face a lot of problems. Even in case of indiscipline, effective employee relations will provide the managers with a system to handle the issues smoothly. To improve productivity. Good employee relations serve as the key to increase productivity within the organization. It also ensures complete utilization of resources by minimizing wastage and hence continuity of production with minimal breakdown or accident or defect. The workers and managers stay in continuous employment and thus have a steady source of income. Goodwill among employees and employers is also vital in case when the company is dealing with external stakeholders. Increased productivity will ultimately lead to increased profits for the company. To remove misunderstanding, reduce disputes and redress grievances. Frequent industrial conflicts not only affect the management and workforce, but also tend to impoverish the community as a whole. However, if both the parties realize each other's importance in the organization, there will be minimum conflict and they can work together in harmony. Lockouts, strikes, gheraos, go-slow tactics are some of the reflections of industrial unrest which will not come up in an atmosphere of industrial peace. To develop mutual confidence, respect and dependence. Good employee relations improve the morale of the employees. They show great enthusiasm in their work and treat the company as their own, and that they are the partners in its decision. It also increases their social stature. The employers, on the other hand, must realize that the profits of the organization are not meant to be hoarded away, but are to be shared with the employees generously. This will bring about complete unity in thought and action of the employees as well as the employers. They will trust each other and will stand for each other in need. Thus, a sound employee relation system helps in stimulating industrial pursuits for mutual benefit and social progress. To facilitate change, sound employee relations with a climate of trust and cooperation makes the process of implementing change and coping up with change within the organization easy and hassle-free. New inventions, technological innovations, etc. can be easily adopted and the workforce will adjust to these changes willingly. So, how can we maintain harmonious employee relations? Maintaining a healthy and strong employee and employer relationship can act as a key to the ultimate success of the organization. Every organization should strive to induce good employee relations, thus ensuring industrial peace and avoiding labor unrest such as strikes, demonstrations, work stoppages, gheraos, slogan shouting, etc. Importance of good employee relations and concern for the welfare of the labor is best expressed in the words of Dorabji Tata as follows: the welfare of the laboring classes must be one of the first cares of every employer. Any betterment of their conditions must proceed from the employers downward rather than be forced up by the demands from the below. Since labor contented, well housed, well fed and generally well looked after is not only an asset and advantage to the employer, but also serves to raise the standards of the industry and labor in the country. Maintaining harmonious employee relations. So, these are the conditions for establishing good employee relations. Proper delegation of work to the employees by understanding their strengths and weaknesses, embracing equality and removing favoritism, motivating workers through incentives and encouragement, fair redressal of employee grievances, training in employee relations provided to the managers, workers and technical staff, sufficient communication to appraise employees of the decisions affecting their interests, and creating an atmosphere of healthy participation. So, let us now discuss the employee relations in the contemporary context. Employer-employee relations are a dynamic and developing concept. It undergoes changing with changing structure and environment of industry. It either flourishes or stagnates or decays along with the economic and social institutions that exist in society. The institutional forces give content and shape to employer-employee relations in a country. With the change in the industrial structure, the employee-employer relations have also evolved. India is moving towards a service economy, and the focus in these relationships has shifted to accommodation. The parties involved develop skills and methods of adjusting to or cooperating with each other. Workers are not being treated as machines but given opportunities to talk, discuss their ideas, and share their happiness and sorrow. People have developed the concept of work teams, and they work together as a single unit towards a common goal. An isolated environment demotivates them and spreads negativity. So let's try to understand employee relations in the contemporary context. Mutual support in decision making. Before implementing any plan, the pros and cons must be evaluated on an open forum where every employee has the right to express his or her opinions freely. Employers cannot work in isolation. They have to consider the opinion of the workers as well. If they do not enjoy a good relation with others, no one will ever come to their help. Work becomes easy if it is shared amongst all. A healthy relation with fellow workers would ease the workload and in turn increase productivity. Tasks must be divided among team members to accomplish them within the stipulated time frame. If the employers have a good rapport with their colleagues, they will always be eager to assist in the assignments, making the work easier. Create a motivating work environment. An individual tends to lose focus and concentration if his mind is always cluttered with unnecessary tensions and stress. It is necessary to motivate employees and encourage them to give their best, and a sound employee relations help to do this effectively. Creates an environment of trust and security. Management should work towards creating an environment of mutual trust, respect, and understanding. One feels secure and confident and thus delivers his or her best. A sense of trust is important in every organization to function properly. Discouraging conflicts and fights amongst individuals. People tend to be adjustable and they stop finding faults in others. Individuals don't intend to waste their time in meaningless conflicts and disputes. Rather, concentrate on their tasks and strive hard to perform better every time. They start treating each other as friends and help them in their needs. It reduces the problem of absenteeism at the workplace. Individuals are more committed towards their work and feel like coming to office daily. They do not take leave frequently and start enjoying their work. Employees stop complaining against each other and give their best performance. So students, let's now summarize what we have understood in this module. It is essential that employees are comfortable working with each other for better cooperation, lesser conflicts, and better productivity, and harmonious employee relations help in achieving them. Organization must be employee centric before being customer centric. So, we saw that the chapter or module began with an insight on the characteristics of harmonious employee relations. It highlighted the reasons that led to discord between the employees and the employers. It also covered a detailed description of the importance of maintaining harmonious relations with the employees and explains how healthy relations can lead to increased productivity and hence growth of the organization. The module also presented with ideas as to how to maintain amicable relationships within the organization. The modules also explained about the current scenario of employee relations in organizations and how they must be employee centric before being customer centric. Thank you.